This is your how-to on how to use the RxTrail Coaching app. First, download the app, log in with the registration that you were sent via email. When you see your initial dashboard, just a little bit about how this is laid out. You have your account listed as what you were logged into at the very top. You'll see the days of the week listed. This is your habit tracker. So in your habit tracker, you're going to have a spot to say, did you get sunshine today? Have you gotten your 10,000 steps? All of those good habits that we try to establish. It's just a great way to keep track of it if this is something you're trying to add into your lifestyle. Definitely not something you have to do, but just an option if you would like to track it. Next, you'll have check-ins. Check-ins are also optional. These are weekly check-ins where you can track progress photos, weights, measurements, how you've been doing getting your workouts in, how you've been doing getting your cardio in. If you want to do those check-ins, that is something that is updated to me, and I can review those weekly check-ins to keep you on track. Next is your strength. So this is going to show you what's next up in your strength. So when you click on your next day strength, it's going to bring you right where you left off to your next strength training day. You can see the different workouts at the top. So if you click that drop down, you'll see the different workouts that you can choose from. These workouts, you'll have 4 different ones assigned to you initially for your strength training. Just choose the one that you're going to be doing, and that's going to show your programming below. The program overview gives you a breakdown of what we're going to be doing every single week. So all these are set up to be 6-week programs where you start with the foundations week and end with the deload week. Follow that programming overview. We're going to be repeating these workouts 6 times. As you scroll down through the workout, you can see most everything is superset. So we're putting 2 movements together so that we can move more efficiently through the workout. But after each superset, we're going to rest 1 minute to let our muscles recover. When we go to log the workout, we just click log workout at the bottom, and then you can see that it pulls up. And in this particular example, there's already weights and reps established in these sets. And so as you're looking at that, this is because this particular client has already done the foundations week, and this is the next week. So it's going to remember weights and however many reps you have done in the past. This is something that you can update. If you click on the little icon, it's going to show you a demonstration of the movement. So if you're not sure what the movement is, just click on that icon. It will show you that video. You'll also see that it shows sets and reps assigned for this particular movement. When you see those 4 sets, you'll have 4 sets to log below. I can adjust the weight if I'm going up from the last time, or maybe I didn't complete every single rep like I did the last time. Once I have completed that, I can check the little box beside it or that little circle, and that just means that I've completed that particular set. Again, I'm going to move back and forth between the 2 movements. So I would do the Bulgarian split squat first, and then I would go to those lat raises next. Rest my 1 minute. You'll see that 1 minute countdown on the clock. And then I would go back to do set 2 of the Bulgarian split squats and then set 2 of those lat raises, checking the circle as I complete each of those sets. Updating if I've gone up in weight, updating if I didn't complete all the reps. And as far as whether you should shoot for the lower or higher end of the rep range, consult that program overview. It's going to tell you which one you should be shooting for. As you move through the workout, you're going to come across movements that do not have weights. So these are body weight only movements. You'll also see that there's a notes section beneath the icon. So there's actually additional explanation on what to do or what to shoot for with these different movements. In this one, it's telling us to go for reps and then add reps every single week. And this is a body weight movement. So you can see that checkbox by the BW. We're going to check that box, and then we're just going to record our reps. We don't need to worry about that weight box. And again, we're supersetting these. We're going back and forth between the hamstring sliders. We're going to do 1 set, and then we'll go into V-ups. Again, this is a body weight movement where I'm only going to record the reps, and then we'll check that circle. As I continue to progress through this workout, finish it, I can click that complete workout button at the very bottom. Once I complete the workout, it shows me how long it took me to complete that workout. I can give it a rating on how hard it was, and I can add any notes that I may want to see next time, or maybe you have a note that you want me to see. This is a good spot for if we're reviewing the workout together. But if you have a particular question or want me to get back to you soon, send me a message in the chat feature of the app versus leaving it on the notes section of the workout. This is really for reference later if we were reviewing the workout. Now I would click finish the workout and it would log that workout. A couple other features below, you can see that if I'm tracking weight and if I do those weekly check-ins, it's going to track my weight via a graph. You also see a place for steps and water intake as well. You can sync your wearables to the app so it can automatically download from the health app. The weights are going to come in from those weekly check-ins as you log those. Water you can just manually track, so you can bump that up if that's something that you're tracking or something that you're looking at. That step feature, like I said, it comes in from the Apple Health app or the Android equivalent, and this is set up in the account setting feature of the app to link it on your phone. This can just make sure that we're keeping that nice movement throughout the day, staying consistent. In the workout feature, if I click workout on the bottom, it takes me to that same place as when I click that next workout. We also have a nutrition tracker. So this nutrition tracker is very similar to your MyFitnessPal or Chronometer, any of the other nutrition trackers that you've used. You can say add food. You look it up in a food dictionary. As you look up those foods, you'll notice that there are green check marks by some of the food. This just means these are validated entries. So these are a little bit more reliable as far as how much protein or calories is in the food. You can enter those in, adjust the serving size, and add it to your log for the day. This is a great way to keep track of protein and calories. And one particular important thing as you're lifting weights is we do want to make sure we're eating enough protein so that we can actually see muscular gains as we're training. Another way to log the food is when I go to add food, I can actually open up the barcode scanner and scan a barcode, and it can pull it up if it is in the dictionary. If it's not in the dictionary, it will give you the opportunity to add it. Again, this would be an unvalidated add, so it wouldn't have the little green check mark next to it. Another way to add a food is your recently added. So if I go to add a food and I can click on recent, it's going to show me everything I've added recently. This is just a fast way. If you eat some similar things every single day, a faster way to add it. The calendar feature is just showing all the different logs for our cardio and our strength training. Strength training auto populates the calendar from when we log those workouts, going through the different strength movements. We can click on the calendar dates here to see what we did and how much weight we lifted on each of those particular days. We can scroll through to see if we left any notes for ourselves or if we wanted to see how heavy we lifted that day. You can also see there's cardio logged here if you ran or if you did CrossFit or some other class and you want to keep track of that cardio. You go to the other and then click cardio and add cardio. Under add cardio, you would just select the date that you did it. You would select the time. You would say what it was. You can put a calorie burn or heart rate reached if you want to, or you can just put the time that you did it. And then once you log that, it's going to show on that calendar feature. Some other things here, we can look at progress days and progress photos. So if we are logging those daily habits, we can see those, see how consistent we've been with getting our 10,000 steps or getting sunshine in. We can look at our weights if we've been tracking weights. We can look at progress photos if you're tracking progress photos to look at body recomposition. Or if you're tracking water, you can look at that here as well. On this page, you can also click tech support. When you click tech support, it's going to open up a AI chat that will give you any sort of technical support if you need to report a bug in the app or if there's some sort of technical issue or if you want just a how to log food. You can click on this tech support and get help this way. You can also click on account. When you open up account, you can update your email address or your phone number, your name on here. You can add a picture. Under settings is where you would sync up any of your wearables, syncing it to your Apple Health Kit or your Android equivalent under settings underneath account. And that's really it for our how-to as we navigate this app. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. You can see that little message bubble up in the top right-hand corner. This is where your group chats will live and your chats with me will live. So if you want to send a message, have questions, or having issues with something or any of the programming, please shoot me a message via the app and I will get back to you as soon as possible.